The World Dairy Expo, held in Madison, Wisconsin, is a celebration of the industry and attracts dairy farmers from across the globe. But this year, the event takes place amid strained agricultural international relations.
2903 was our overall winner, bred and owned winner, and best udder winner.
The US-China trade conflict has brought uncertainty to the industry. Last year, the US exported more than $577 million of dairy products to China, making it the third largest market for US dairy exports. But that is under threat after China imposed retaliatory tariffs in July. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker remains hopeful of an improved trade deal between the countries, but is also keen to emphasize the state remains open for business.
We already are the largest state by far in terms of exports into China. I've over the years have said no matter what happens in Washington, as long as governors and state delegations are visiting places from Mexico to Canada to China to the UK to other places around the world, that shows we're interested in trade.
The new trade deal agreed this week between the US, Canada and Mexico, which is largely seen as a step in the right direction by US farmers. But many remain concerned over what appears to be a lack of progress over a deal with China. In March, the US imposed steel and aluminum tariffs on a number of countries, including Europe, Canada and China. Those countries, along with others, retaliated with tariffs of their own, with many targeting agriculture. In a speech this week, the US Vice President, Mike Pence, claimed that Beijing was using tariffs to influence the November midterm elections. But Wisconsin dairy farmer Pete Kappelman says the retaliatory tariffs were no surprise.
It would be kind of expected, right? There's going to be a price to pay to renegotiate. You know, it's not countries that sell product to other countries. It's companies and businesses and cooperatives that sell products to other businesses. Well, now I think the question is, you know, how long will I pay more if I'm an importer of U.S. product? How long will I pay more for a U.S. product? When do I go looking for something out of a different part of the world?
In the state of Illinois, Brian Duncan is in the middle of harvest season. Duncan, who is also the vice president of the Illinois Farm Bureau, is also concerned about the long-term damage to trade relations.
Yeah, as we're harvesting this crop, we're making decisions on what we're going to plant next year, what inputs we're going to buy, how that's going to look. And so with this level of uncertainty, that makes that planning process challenging too. You know, we've worked hard our farmers have worked hard for over the last several decades to gain markets. And the Chinese market has been one that we've spent a lot of focus on, great potential there.
Over the past 4 years, the US dairy industry has struggled with the issue of oversupply and low commodity prices. Tariffs have only added to the problem. But with the United States-Mexico-Canada agreement, many farmers remain hopeful it's a sign of things to come. Dan Williams, CGTN, Madison, Wisconsin.